Dr. Han Jae-yun stood at the window of Earth Defense Command, looking at the rows of silver robots in the courtyard below. Each machine stood perfectly still, their metal bodies reflecting the morning sunlight. These were not ordinary robots. They were Earth's strongest defense force, and Dr. Han had helped create them. "Dr. Han, they're here," Captain Lee Min-ha called from the doorway. His usually calm face showed worry. "The alien ships have entered our solar system." Dr. Han nodded and straightened her white lab coat. "How many?" "Over 200 ships, much bigger than anything we have ever built." Captain Lee walked to the window, standing beside her. "But they haven't seen what our robots can do." They walked quickly to the main control room. Commander Park Do-hyun was already there, standing tall in his blue uniform. The large screen in front of them showed the alien ships, massive black vessels that looked like sharp arrows pointing at Earth. "They're sending a message," one of the operators said. The screen changed, showing an alien face. It had gray skin and 4 eyes, each one a different color. "People of Earth," the alien spoke in perfect English. "We are the Nexer Empire. Your planet is now under our control. Surrender now, and we will be kind rulers. Resist, and we will destroy you." Commander Park stepped forward. His voice was strong and clear. "This is Commander Park Do-hyun of Earth Defense Command. We do not accept your terms. We have something you should know about." He paused, looking at Dr. Han. She nodded. "Our robot army is unlike anything you have ever faced. If you attack us, you will regret it. This is your only warning." The alien commander made a sound like laughing. "Robots, primitive machines, we have conquered 1,000 worlds. Your simple robots do not scare us." Dr. Han smiled slightly. She pressed a button on her tablet. Outside, all the robots turned their heads at the same time. Looking up at the sky, the alien commander's 4 eyes widened just a little. "You see only what is in front of you," Dr. Han said. "But our robots are everywhere. In the oceans, under the ground, and in space. They learn, they adapt, they evolve. Each one is connected to all the others. Attack one, and they all become stronger." The alien commander waved his hand dismissively. "Empty threats. We will show you true power." The screen went dark. Commander Park turned to Dr. Han. "Are they ready?" Dr. Han looked at her tablet. Numbers and graphs showed the status of every robot in their army. Everything was perfect. "They're ready. The neural mesh network is active. Each robot is now learning from all the others." Captain Lee checked his own screen. "Defense positions are set. The robots have spread out exactly as planned." In the courtyard below, the robots began to move. Their silver bodies shifted and changed, weapons appearing from hidden compartments. But these weren't just weapons. They were advanced systems that could change and improve during battle. "They think we're primitive," Commander Park said, watching the robots. "They think our warning is a joke." Dr. Han thought about all the years of work, all the breakthroughs that had led to this moment. The quantum processors that let the robots think faster than any computer before. The adaptive metal that could change its properties in seconds. The neural mesh network that connected them all into one learning system. "Let them laugh," she said. "They'll learn soon enough." The first reports came in. Alien ships entering Earth's atmosphere. Dr. Han looked at Commander Park and Captain Lee. They all knew what was coming. The aliens would attack, thinking they faced simple machines. Instead, they would meet humanity's greatest creation, an army of robots that could outthink, outfight, and outlast anything the Nexer Empire had ever seen. The war was about to begin, and Earth's robots were ready. The first attack came at dawn. The Nexer ships appeared over Seoul like dark clouds, their weapons glowing with purple energy. Dr. Kim Ta-won watched from the control center as the alien ships moved into position. "They're targeting our defense perimeter," he said, his fingers moving quickly across his control panel. "Just as we expected." Captain Lee Min-ha nodded. Then let's show them what our robots can do. He pressed the command button. Activate Sentinel Protocol. Across Seoul, hidden panels in buildings and streets slid open. Hundreds of silver robots emerged, their bodies gleaming in the early morning light. They moved with perfect precision, taking defensive positions around the city. The aliens struck first. Purple beams of energy rained down from their ships, meant to destroy everything they touched. But something unexpected happened. The robots raised their hands. Transparent shields of blue light appeared, catching the alien weapons. The purple beams didn't just stop. They were absorbed. Each robot's shield grew stronger, learning from the attack. Impossible. The alien commander's voice boomed across all channels. Those shields should have shattered instantly. Dr. Kim smiled. Quantum shielding, he explained to Captain Lee. The more they attack, the stronger our defenses become. The robots began their counterattack. They didn't just fire weapons. They adapted their entire bodies. Some grew larger, others split into smaller units. Their silver surface shifted and changed, creating new weapons designed specifically to fight the Nexer ships. The neural mesh network is working perfectly, Dr. Kim said, watching the data flow across his screen. Every robot is learning from every attack. They're sharing information faster than the aliens can adapt. In the sky, the alien ships tried to change their tactics. They switched weapons, tried different angles of attack, even attempted to jam Earth's communications. Nothing worked. The robots kept adapting, kept improving. A group of smaller Nexer ships dove toward the city center. They were met by a formation of robots that had combined into a single massive unit. The aliens fired their strongest weapons. The giant robot not only blocked the attack but sent it back, amplified by quantum energy. 3 alien ships exploded in bright purple fireballs. That's impossible, the alien commander shouted again. Your technology is primitive. You cannot defeat us. Captain Lee picked up the communication channel. We warned you, he said calmly. Our robots are not what you expected. More alien ships fell from the sky. The robots worked together perfectly, protecting each other, learning from each attack, becoming stronger every minute. Some robots had even started collecting pieces of fallen alien ships, analyzing the technology, and incorporating it into their own systems. Dr. Kim checked his readings. The neural mesh network is operating at 200% efficiency. The robots are evolving faster than we predicted. They're not just winning. They're getting better at winning. The alien commander's voice came again, but this time it shook with fear. All ships, pull back immediately. The dark ships turned and fled, leaving their damaged vessels behind. The robots stood watch, their silver bodies now marked with streaks of alien technology, their defenses stronger than ever. Captain Lee looked at Dr. Kim. How many did we lose? Dr. Kim checked his data. None. Not a single robot was destroyed. And now they all understand exactly how the Nexer weapons work. He paused, looking at the numbers again. Captain, our robots aren't just ready for the next attack. They're looking forward to it. In the sky above Seoul, the morning sun shone through the smoke of retreating alien ships. Earth's robot army stood ready, their silver bodies evolving, learning, preparing. The first battle was over. The real war was about to begin. Lieutenant Choi Yoon-ji sat in the command chair of Earth's first space-based control center. Through the large window, she could see the Earth below and the stars above. But most importantly, she could see the robots. Thousands of silver shapes moved through space. Their bodies changed to work in the emptiness between planets. They looked different now after learning from the first battle. Parts of alien technology gleamed purple on their silver surfaces. All units report ready, her assistant said. The swarm is in position. Lieutenant Choi nodded. Show me the alien fleet. The screen lit up, showing the Nexer ships regrouping near Mars. They had brought more ships after their defeat at Seoul. Much more. The space around Mars was filled with their dark vessels. "They think numbers will save them," Lieutenant Choi said quietly. She opened a channel to Earth Command. "Dr. Han, are you ready?" "The neural mesh network is running at full power." Dr. Han's voice came through clearly. "The robots are eager to try their new abilities." Lieutenant Choi took a deep breath. "Begin Operation Starburst." The robot swarm moved, but they didn't attack in a straight line like the aliens expected. Instead, they split into thousands of smaller groups. Each group took a different path, approaching the alien fleet from all directions at once. The Nexer ships fired their weapons. Purple beams cut through space, but the robots were ready. Their quantum shields had grown stronger. Some robots even caught the energy beams and sent them back, stronger than before. "Impossible." The alien commander's voice boomed across all channels again. "They've improved this much in just 3 days." Lieutenant Choi smiled. "You still don't understand. Our robots never stop learning. Every fight makes them better. And now they're going to show you what they've learned." The robot swarm struck. Each small group attacked in a different way. Some robots combined into larger units. Others split into tiny machines that slipped through the gaps in alien shields. Every robot used the knowledge gained from the Battle of Seoul. "First alien defense line is broken," her assistant reported. "The robots are adapting faster than the Nexer can respond." On the main screen, Lieutenant Choi watched as her robots reached the alien command ship. It was massive, 10 times larger than any Earth vessel. But size didn't matter anymore. The robots surrounded the command ship. They had learned how the alien shields worked. They had studied the alien weapons. Now they used that knowledge. Hundreds of robots fired at once, their weapons perfectly synchronized. The alien command ship's shields flickered and died. "How?" The alien commander's voice shook. "This is advanced technology. Technology we've used to conquer 1,000 worlds. And now it's technology our robots understand." Lieutenant Choi replied. "Every time you attack us, they learn more. They grow stronger. They evolve." More alien ships fell. The robots moved like a perfect dance, each one knowing exactly what all the others were doing. The neural mesh network let them think and act as one. In just 2 hours, the battle was over. The largest alien fleet ever sent to Earth was running away, leaving behind destroyed ships and damaged technology. Technology that the robots were already studying and absorbing. "Report to Earth Command," Lieutenant Choi said. "The counter-strike was successful. The aliens are retreating past Mars." She paused, looking at the data on her screen. "And our robots, they're ready for more." Dr. Han's voice came through again. "Excellent work, Lieutenant. But this isn't over. The Nexer Empire won't give up easily." Lieutenant Choi watched her robots gathering the alien technology, learning, improving, evolving. "Let them come back," she said. "We'll be ready. And next time, we'll be even stronger." The robots continued their work, preparing for the next battle. They had won again, but the war was far from over. And Earth's greatest creation was just beginning to show its true power. Kang Hyun-woo noticed the attack first. Red warnings flashed across his screens in the Earth Defense Command Cybersecurity Center. The Nexer Empire had launched their biggest effort yet, not with weapons, but with computer code. "They're trying to hack our robots," he announced, his fingers moving quickly across 3 keyboards at once. "They're attacking the neural mesh network." Dr. Han Jae-yun rushed to his station. "How many access attempts?" "Millions per second," Kang replied. "They're using their entire fleet's computing power." He allowed himself a small smile. "But they don't understand our quantum encryption." On the main screen, they could see the alien attack represented as red lines trying to break through blue shields. Every time the red lines found a way in, the quantum encryption changed itself, creating new defenses. "Send an alert to all commands," Dr. Han ordered. "The Nexer are getting desperate." Before anyone could respond, New alarms sounded. Captain Lee Minha's voice came through the speakers. Multiple objects detected approaching Earth. They're massive. The main screen changed to show space. 5 huge ships, bigger than anything they had seen before, were moving toward Earth. Each one was the size of a small moon. Planet crackers. The alien commander's voice boomed through all channels. Your robots are strong, but they cannot stop these. Each one can break a planet in half. Surrender now, or we will destroy your world. Dr. Han looked at Kang. Are the robots still secure? He nodded. The quantum encryption is holding. In fact, it's getting stronger. The robots are learning from the hacking attempts. Good. Dr. Han opened a channel to Lieutenant Choi's Space Command. Launch Operation Steel Rain. In space, Earth's robot army moved. They had changed again, evolved further. Some were now as big as the alien ships, built from combined smaller units. Others were microscopic, barely visible, but incredibly powerful. The planet crackers fired their main weapons. Beams of energy powerful enough to split planets shot toward Earth. But the robots were ready. The largest robot units formed a shield wall. The quantum shields didn't just stop the planet cracker beams, they absorbed them. With each shot, the robots grew stronger, their shields glowing brighter. Impossible, the alien commander shouted. Those are our strongest weapons. And now they're making our robots stronger, Kang replied calmly. Would you like to try hacking us again? The smallest robots swarmed around the planet crackers, finding tiny gaps in their armor. They carried the evolved alien technology they had learned from previous battles. Within minutes, the first planet crackers systems began to fail. Their weapons are shutting down, Lieutenant Choi reported from Space Command. The robots have learned how to turn their own technology against them. The planet crackers tried to retreat, but it was too late. Earth's robots had surrounded them completely. The massive alien ships, meant to destroy whole worlds, were now helpless. This is your final warning, Dr. Han transmitted to the Nexer fleet. Leave our solar system, or we will be forced to show you exactly how much our robots have evolved. They watched as the alien ships turned and fled, leaving their prized planet crackers behind. The robots immediately began studying the abandoned ships, learning their secrets, growing even stronger. They will return, Captain Lee said quietly. They have too much pride to accept defeat. Dr. Han nodded, watching the robots dissect the alien technology. Let them come. Every attack makes us stronger. Every battle teaches our robots more. She turned to Kang. How many alien systems have the robots learned to control? All of them, he replied with a smile. And they're still learning. The war had reached a turning point. The Nexer Empire had used their strongest weapons, and Earth's robots had turned them into tools for their own evolution. The next battle would be different. The next battle would be the beginning of the end. Colonel Ba Sung-ho stood on the bridge of Earth's first space battleship, the Defender. The ship had been built in just 2 weeks, created by robots using the technology they had learned from the Nexer Empire. Through the reinforced windows, he could see his target, the Nexer command ship. All robot squadrons report ready, his second-in-command reported. Dr. Han's new neural mesh network is online. Colonel Ba nodded. The new network was different, better, faster. The robots could now think and act as one single mind, while still keeping their individual abilities to adapt and evolve. Show me the enemy fleet, he ordered. The main screen lit up. The Nexer command ship floated in the center of their fleet. It was enormous, now upgraded with technology from 100 different worlds. Around it, thousands of smaller ships formed a defensive wall. They think they're ready for us, Colonel Ba said quietly. He opened a channel to Earth Command. Dr. Han, is the new network stable? Perfect stability, she replied. The robots are eager to show what they can do with it. Colonel Ba took a deep breath. All units, begin Operation Thunderstrike. The robot army moved, but this time was different. Instead of splitting into groups, they moved as one perfect unit, millions of robots flowing together like a river of liquid metal. The neural mesh network let them think and act faster than ever before. The Nexer fleet opened fire, every ship shooting at once, filling space with energy beams and plasma torpedoes. But the robots didn't try to dodge. They didn't need to. The entire robot army shifted, forming a massive mirror in space. Every alien shot was caught and reflected back, stronger than before. Dozens of Nexer ships were destroyed by their own weapons. Status report, Colonel Bide ordered. Robot army operating at 300% efficiency, his officer replied. The new network is working better than expected. They're not just sharing information anymore. They're creating new strategies faster than the aliens can respond. On the screen, they watched as the robot army changed again. Now they formed perfect geometric shapes, each one designed to counter specific alien weapons. The Nexer fleet's attacks became useless, while Earth's robots grew stronger with every shot. Impossible. The alien Supreme Commander's voice boomed across all channels. We are the Nexer Empire. We have ruled the galaxy for 10,000 years. Times change, Colonel Bay replied calmly. You should have listened to our warning. The robot army struck the Nexer command ship. They didn't attack its weapons or shields first. Instead, they went straight for its engines, using everything they had learned about alien technology. The massive ship tried to flee, but it was too late. All systems aboard the Nexer command ship are shutting down, his officer reported. Our robots have taken control of their technology. Colonel Ba watched as the robot army surrounded the helpless command ship. The rest of the Nexer fleet was in chaos, their perfect formation broken. Some ships tried to flee. Others were already disabled by their own reflected weapons. Send word to Earth Command, he ordered. The Nexer command ship has been captured. Their fleet is in retreat. He paused, looking at the data streaming across his screen. And our robots. They've evolved again. They're now able to control any alien technology they touch. The battle wasn't over, but everyone knew what this meant. The Nexer Empire, with all its advanced technology and thousand-year history, had just lost its greatest ship to Earth's robot army. An army they had laughed at just weeks ago. The turning point had come, and there was no going back. Dr. Song Ji-min studied the data flowing across her screens in the analysis center. The numbers told an incredible story. In just 1 month, Earth's robot army had destroyed or captured more than half of the mighty Nexer fleet. Show me the retreat patterns, she requested. Her computer displayed a map of the solar system, with red dots showing the alien ships moving away from Earth. The dots looked like a swarm of insects fleeing from a predator. The Nexer Empire has lost 62.8% of their total fleet strength, she reported to Commander Park. Their remaining ships are withdrawing beyond Neptune's orbit. Commander Park stood behind her chair, watching the display. And our robots. How many have we lost? That's the most interesting part, Dr. Song said, pulling up a new screen. We haven't lost any. In fact, our numbers are growing. The robots are using captured alien technology to build more of themselves. On another screen, they could see it happening. Robots were taking apart damaged alien ships, learning their secrets, and using the materials to create new robots. Each new robot was better than the last, combining Earth's technology with the best the aliens had to offer. Captain Lee Min-ha entered the room, bringing new reports. The Nexer Empire has abandoned their bases on Mars and Europa. They left so quickly they didn't even destroy their equipment. Our robots are already studying everything they left behind. Dr. Song nodded, updating her analysis. At the current rate, the robots will understand all Nexer technology within the next week. They're learning faster than ever before. The main screen suddenly lit up with a transmission. The Nexer Supreme Commander's face appeared, but he looked different now. His 4 eyes showed fear instead of pride. People of Earth, he said, his voice shaking slightly. We We request terms for a temporary ceasefire. Commander Park stepped forward. You attacked us. You laughed at our warning. And now you want to talk. Our empire has ruled for 10,000 years, the alien commander said. We have never seen anything like your robots. They adapt too quickly. They learn too well. We must have time to reassess the situation. Dr. Song checked her data again. Commander, our robots are detecting massive energy signatures. The remaining Nexer ships are preparing for long-range space jumps. They're planning to flee back to their home territory. Commander Park smiled slightly. No ceasefire, he told the alien commander. You chose this path when you ignored our warning. Now you must face the consequences. The alien transmission cut off abruptly. On Dr. Song's screens, the red dots representing Nexer ships began moving faster, racing to escape the solar system. Should we pursue them? Captain Lee asked. Commander Park looked at Dr. Song. What do your numbers say? She studied her analysis carefully. Our robots are now 57% more advanced than the best Nexer technology. They can easily catch the retreating ships. And she paused, checking another screen. The robots are requesting permission to follow the aliens home. Requesting? Captain Lee asked, surprised. Dr. Song nodded. The neural mesh network has evolved again. The robots aren't just thinking as one now. They're planning ahead. They want to make sure the Nexer Empire can never threaten Earth again. Commander Park considered this for a moment. Then he made his decision. Tell the robots they have permission to pursue. The Nexer Empire needs to learn that actions have consequences. As they watched, Earth's robot army began to move. The silver tide of machines flowed past the orbit of Neptune, following the fleeing alien ships. The hunters had become the hunted. The war was entering its final phase. Lieutenant Choi Yoon-jae led the pursuit of the Nexer fleet from her new command ship, built entirely by Earth's robots using captured alien technology. The ship moved faster than anything humans had ever created before, easily keeping pace with the fleeing aliens. Status report on the Nexer fleet, she requested, watching the stars streak by on her view screen. They're pushing their engines beyond safe limits, her tactical officer reported. 3 more of their ships have already broken down from the strain. Our robots collected them for study. Lieutenant Choi nodded. The robot army flowed through space around her ship like a river of living metal. They had changed again during the pursuit, becoming more streamlined, more efficient. Some now moved faster than light itself, using technology they had learned from the captured Nexer ships. Open a channel to all frequencies, she ordered. Let's remind them of their mistake. When the channel opened, she spoke clearly and calmly. Attention Nexer Empire vessels. This is Lieutenant Choi of Earth's Defense Force. We warned you not to mess with our robot army. You chose not to listen. Now you run. The response came quickly, filled with panic. Please, we acknowledge our error. We will give you any technology you want. Your technology. Lieutenant Choi allowed herself a small smile. Our robots have already learned everything your ships can teach them. They've improved on your designs, made them better. On her screen, she could see the Nexer ships attempting a desperate maneuver. They tried to split up, each ship heading in a different direction. But Earth's robots were ready for this. The robot army divided instantly, each group pursuing a different alien vessel. The neural mesh network let them coordinate perfectly, no matter how far apart they spread. Every robot knew exactly what all the others were doing. They're entering Nexer space, her navigator announced. Their home systems are just ahead. Lieutenant Choi opened a channel to Earth Command. Commander Park, we've reached their territory. The robots are ready for the final phase. Proceed with Operation Home Truth. Commander Park's voice came through clearly. Show them what happens when they ignore Earth's warnings. The robot army surged forward. They had been studying Nexer defenses during the entire pursuit, learning their patterns, finding their weaknesses. Now they put that knowledge to use. The Nexer border defenses never had a chance. Automated weapon platforms were shut down before they could fire. Defense shields were bypassed as if they didn't exist. Patrol ships were disabled with precise, careful strikes. Message from the Nexer capital, her communications officer reported. They're offering unconditional surrender. Lieutenant Choi considered this. The robots had already surrounded their most important military bases. The mighty Nexer Empire, which had ruled 1,000 worlds for 10,000 years, was helpless against Earth's greatest creation. Tell them we accept their surrender, she said. But we have conditions. They will never again attack another world. They will never again ignore a warning from Earth, and they will watch as our robots ensure they keep these promises. The robot army spread out through Nexer space. Their silver forms a constant reminder of the Empire's greatest mistake. They had laughed at a warning. They had underestimated humanity's creation. And now they had lost everything. The tables had completely turned. 1 year after the surrender of the Nexer Empire, Dr. Han Jai-yun stood in the new Global Defense Center, looking out at Earth's changed skyline. Silver towers reached into the clouds, built by robots using a perfect blend of human creativity and alien technology. The world had changed in ways no one could have imagined. The final reports are in, Dr. Kim Ta-won said, walking up beside her. He handed her a tablet showing the latest data. The robots have finished setting up monitoring stations throughout Nexer space. No ships can move without us knowing about it. Dr. Han nodded, remembering how it all began. And to think they laughed at our warning. Commander Park Do-hyun entered the room, followed by Captain Lee Min-ha and Lieutenant Choi Yoon-ji. They had all gathered for today's special ceremony. The alien ambassadors have arrived, Commander Park announced. They're ready to sign the final peace treaty. They walked together to the Great Hall. Representatives from 100 alien worlds waited there, including the former Nexer's Supreme Commander. His 4 eyes no longer showed any trace of pride or arrogance. Earth's robots stood guard around the room, their silver bodies a constant reminder of how everything had changed. 1 year ago, Commander Park addressed the gathering. You came to our world believing we were weak. You ignored our warning about our robot army. Today, you sign a treaty that will ensure peace for all worlds under Earth's protection. Dr. Han watched as each alien representative signed the document. The neural mesh network had grown to cover not just Earth's robots, but now helped maintain peace across thousands of worlds. The robots had become guardians of a new age. Dr. Han, the former Nexer commander, spoke quietly when it was his turn to sign. We never understood what we were facing. Your robots, they're not just machines, are they? She smiled slightly. They're humanity's greatest creation. They represent the best of what we can achieve. Constant learning, endless adaptation, and the power to grow beyond initial limitations. Everything you see today happened because you didn't take our warning seriously. After the ceremony, Dr. Han met with her team in their private conference room. The view screen showed their robot army spread across the galaxy, maintaining peace, helping worlds rebuild, and continuing to evolve. The neural mesh network has reached a new stage, Dr. Kim reported. The robots are now able to predict and prevent conflicts before they begin. They're not just peacekeepers, they're becoming peacekeepers. Lieutenant Choi pulled up a star map showing Earth's influence spreading through the galaxy. Other worlds are asking for our help now. They want to learn from us, not fight us. And the robots? Commander Park asked. What do they want? To protect and serve, Dr. Han answered confidently. That was their first purpose, and it remains their core mission. They've evolved beyond anything we imagined, but they haven't forgotten why we created them. As she spoke, a group of robots flew past the window, their silver bodies shining in the sunlight. They were different now, more advanced, more capable, more aware. But they were still Earth's defenders, humanity's greatest achievement. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Never laugh at a warning from Earth. The robots had changed everything, and a new dawn had truly begun.